What is the average salary for a HR professional in Kenya? I would say when it comes to salaries for HR professionals, it depends on two factors. Number one is the sector and the industry. So through experience, I've seen that there are some sectors which really do pay HR professionals well. And which are these sectors? I would say if you're working for the NGO, manufacturing, hospitality, and the IT industry, you're more likely to be paid better than the average HR professionals. So for professionals working for these sectors, you'll find the average salary for a HR manager, and I would say for a medium-sized organization, is in the range of 250,000 Kenya shillings to 450,000 Kenya shillings. So you'll find if it's a 4-star hotel and you're a HR manager, not even a HRBP, they'll pay you in that range, 250,000 to 450,000. And the reason they pay well is because some of these sectors, they are highly unionizable. HR is a bit complex. For example, when it comes to manufacturing and the hospitality, you are dealing with majority of the staff are what I would say unskilled. So the ability to deal with over 200 or 500 or even 1,000, so some of the manufacturing companies have even 8,000 staff, the ability to deal with unskilled labor at that level is really not a small thing. And then when you bring in the issue of trade unions, then you can see HR really needs to be competent, and that's why they are well paid. When it comes to sectors like IT, it's a fast evolving industry. If you don't have the right HR strategies in place, then you might find yourself losing staff, very high staff turnover. So again, HR is well compensated to make sure that the people are taken care of, to make sure that there are strategies in place so as to retain this critical asset of the company. The people aspect in IT is really, really key. And I know this because, for example, this year we recruited a HRBP for one of our IT company clients, and the HR ended up being paid 600,000. And because, finding someone who can be able to make sure that there's no staff turnover, that they're able to hire the right person, it makes a whole lot of a difference for these IT firms. And when it comes to NGOs, it goes without saying, NGOs, it's one of the lucrative industry sectors in the country, so they pay well across board. So whether you're in finance, whether you're in HR, you're bound to get paid because NGOs pay well in this part of the world. So the worst paying sector or industry, I would say it's the government, especially the national and the county government. So you'll find the head of HR earning between 150 and 180. Yes, I know there's the issue of benefits and all that, and the work may not be as demanding as the private sector, but at the end of the day, we want to show something in our pocket. So you find, compared to someone with the same qualifications, one working for the government and another one working for the private sector, the industries that I had discussed before, you'll find the ones working for the government, they are really not getting the best deal out there. So the sector and the industry really does matter. So which other consideration do we have when it comes to how much the HR are paid in Kenya? The other consideration is the size of the company. So you normally find if it's a small and medium-sized company, these are just companies which are fast growing, but they've had 5-10 years of experience. They have between 20 to 40 or 50 staff. Then you find the salary range is in the range of 70 to 150,000. Compared to multinationals, you find a typical HR manager or even a HR supervisor. Here we are not talking about HRBPs. You find they're earning the equivalent of 250,000 to 350,000 shillings. And I know this because we recruit for this organization. That's how I know this data. And lastly, you'll find at the pinnacle, the HR business partners working for these sectors, you'll be able to command between 800,000 shillings up to even 1.5 million shillings. And I know Some people working for the telecoms, I will not mention the company here because I don't want to divulge their details. I know of HLBPs working for telecoms who are earning 2.5 million shillings. Obviously, they are very few. I can count them with one hand because there are not more than 4 of them, but that's the range. So HRBPs, they normally range between, I would say, a minimum of 650 to 1.5 million Kenya shillings. So there you have it. If you're thinking about your next opportunity, if you're thinking about career growth, then you can be able to see how the different sectors, industries, and the size of the companies pay. And I'm sure now you make an informed decision. So thank you very much for watching. Did I provide you with the correct salary ranges? Do you have a different opinion when it comes to salaries in HR salaries in Kenya? Why don't you leave a comment and be able to share with other subscribers. So if this is your first time watching our videos, do subscribe, because on a weekly basis we have new videos where I share with you tips on how you can be able to grow and get to that next level in your HR career. Thank you very much for watching, and do subscribe.